Hello everybody and welcome back to the 3D Chaos League for 2024. Today we have the 11th event, the Halfpipe Clash. Very interesting event. You can sort of see the scoring board up there. In the last event, Team Life had that silver medal jumping up to the lead, taking the overall standings of Midnight Crossers. They've been holding this for a while, maybe starting to fall apart a little bit. But now, the Halfpipe Clash. This could be similar to some things we've seen in the past. A giant, very colorful scoring grid down the bottom, and these are just going through the points that each color will give. It'll certainly be a bit confusing as we start, but you'll sort of understand it the more we go along. We get into the first run. No demo runs here. We're straight into the green guys and the Mid-Imperials now. Mid-Imperials first down. There's some interesting tactics about possibly being the first marbles to the bottom. This looks very good for the Mid-Imperials. In fact, the green guys are going to go scoreless. The Mid-Imperials, 3 of their marbles score and none of the green guys. Well, that is not good for them. Very good score from the Mid-Imperials. Fans very happy about that. So you can see up there it says run 2 of 16 here. So each of these heats are going to be run twice, and it is going to be the total of both of the runs. So the green guys, the green guys are not necessarily out at the moment. As you see the Black Knights down there. Oh, a -1. You do not want to land on the brown. Sort of had to interrupt myself there. 26 to the Crystal Fish, 5 to the Black Knights. And boy, I tell you, the Black Knights, their fans are not very happy with this. They have scored a grand total of 0 points in the last 3 events. Or maybe they got 3 points in the last... Well, they have just been on a tear of terrible results, and their fans are starting to get pretty sick of it. So they need... Oh, hang on. We just lost a marble as I was speaking there. I think one of the Sub-Zeros just got shot over. Yeah. Oh, my. Was it one of their own teammates that pushed them? Let's have a look here. Oh, yes. One of their own teammates, a bit too close behind. The Midnight Crossers, meanwhile, they're going to get 9 points. They're going to go 3rd at the moment out of 6. The Sub-Zeros, pointless. So it seems like even just getting any points at all can be a bit tricky on this course, because there is that big white dead zone sort of at the back of the scoring grid. The Team Life are going to get a good score. Both of these teams are going to score. Who's going to score more, though? It is the Snowy Mountains. 16-14. That is a good match. Certainly the closest match we have seen so far. Sort of gone on a few tangents at the moment that I've had to stop because of the interesting things that have been going on. So, can't quite remember what I was talking about before. But it doesn't matter if I forgot. Must not have been important. We move on to the Union of Fire and the Blue Snakes. Are we going to get a decent score here? Marbles are rolling around. And oh my goodness, the Blue Snakes are going to have negative points. You thought having 0 points were bad. The Union of Fire are actually going to win this with 0 points. The Blue Snakes, -1, and they will go into last. And that makes all the other teams that went scoreless fairly happy, because now they're definitely not going to be in last after these first runs. But all of these teams do have a second chance to try and make up some ground. We have the Neon Lights and the Laser Eyes, and we're going to have 1 marble scoring apiece. It looks like a tie, yes. 6 points for each of them, landing on the 6. Both of them tying for 6th in run 6 of 16. Oh my goodness. Order 66 was executed. As we get into run 7, we got the Punkers and the Golden Spiders. We're going to have here Golden Spiders going to the near, everyone else going to the far. We are scoreless in this match, and they will tie for 11th. Not last because of, remember, the Blue Snakes with that -1. But it actually seems rather difficult to land on this scoring grid. We saw some high-scoring matches near the beginning, but now we're barely seeing marbles land within the colorful grid. And speaking of colorful, the frozen fruits are looking very colorful against one of the least colorful teams. Ooh, and is that a -1 for both of them? Definitely for the Shy Shadows. No, the Frozen Fruits will go scoreless. So the Shy Shadows will win. They did get that -point, so that is not going to help them. Shy Shadows do, though, go into 8th for the top half. And so you can see just how difficult it was for some of these teams to score. The fact that the Black Knights, with only those 5 points, are still going to be in 9th. And we have a 6 or 7 way tie for 10th. With that 0 points, the Blue Snakes definitely want to improve. As we go to this, one of the highest scoring matches of the first round, the Green Guys and the Mint Imperials. All of the points were solely due to the Mint Imperials. It was 23-0. And the Mint Imperials are going to score again. Very well as well. 18 for the Mint Imperials, and that is going to be fantastic for their cumulative score. A 23, I believe, and an 18. They're going to be into first overall. The Green Guys actually did manage to score, so they're not going to go scoreless. Meanwhile, here, the Black Knights. The Black Knights really want a high score here. The Crystal Fish have lost a marble. Black Knights need to get on. No, the marbles are going to roll off. And they're going to stay in the -1. Oh, this is a disaster for the Black Knights. They will only lose points. Ooh, so we saw a collision between one of the Black Knights pushing the Crystal Fish member off the track, but they're still going to lose. Black Knights fans are pretty fed up with this performance from the Black Knights at the moment. Crystal Fish fans are celebrating because they've scored in both of their rounds, so this could be good for them. As we go to the Sub-Zeros and the Midnight Crossers. The Midnight Crossers, they want to score high here. They do not want Team Life to run away with this title or run away with this lead that they've gained. And it looks good for the Midnight Crossers. It is 2 7s for the Midnight Crossers. That is going to help them immensely. And the Sub-Zeros will get 7 as well. Both teams scoring here. That is good. Sub-Zeros fans, they are happy. Did not win that match, but 7 points is certainly better than nothing. Now, Team Life in the Snowy Mountains. This was the closest match of round 1. Will it be just as close here? Will we see any points on the board? We do. For both of them, yes. Team Life, they might have a -1 there. We'll have to see. No, they do not. In the Snowy Mountains with only 4, Team Life with 15. It will count as that green and not that -1. Wow, very close was that. I think they will beat the Midnight Crossers here and will hold the championship lead unless some miracles happen in these matches. And I tell you, who definitely needs one is the Blue Snakes. They are on -1 points at the moment. They need a good score here, or any score at all, and it looks like it is going to happen. They will have 1 marble on the blue. They will go back into the positive, and 9 points even. That is going to help them, considering the amount of non-scores, like here from the Union of Fire. I think they might have gone scoreless in both of their rounds, or they certainly did not get much in the first one. So a disastrous run from Union of Fire. Neon Lights and the Laser Eyes. Can the Laser Eyes do anything? Their fans are pretty convinced that this title defense is not really going to go anywhere, so they're just going to cheer for any good result that we get. And look at that, 7 points for the Laser Eyes. I believe they did score in the first round as well. So this could be a top half for the Laser Eyes. The Neon Lights landing in -1, so that is just going to drag their score down. Yeah, look at that. Fans celebrating what could be at least a top half, which is pretty much all they've been able to confine themselves to in this tournament. The Punkers and the Golden Spiders. Are we going to get a score here? Yes, from the Punkers, we do. Golden Spider maybe in the -1. No, that is the only score from the Punkers. That's 6. Difficulties there. Now, back to the most colorful versus least colorful matchup. Frozen Fruits very quickly down. And we are going to have a score from the Frozen Fruits, 9 points. They didn't get any points in the first round, so that is going to help. That blue marble landing on the blue scoring part of the grid. And so that is your round 2 results. The Mint Imperials will win round 2. But let's have a look at the overall. How does it look? And it is the Mint Imperials that claim gold in the Halfpipe Clash. The Crystal Fish, that 7 that they got, dragged them behind. And it is Team Life claiming a bronze and will be extending their championship lead. The Mint Imperials, they got a gold early on in the season. I believe it was curling. But they had a lot of difficulty since then, dropping further down. But now they jump 6 spots up into 7th with that 25. Team Life extend their lead over the Midnight Crossers as we head into the elimination race next. Thank you for watching.